The International Criminal Court or ICC's investigation into the Philippines' drug war will continue. This is after the ICC junked the government's appeal against the resumption of its probe on the war on drugs. Appeals Chamber Presiding Judge Mark Peron de Brishambo says that it was rejected by majority. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla had earlier reiterated that the government will not cooperate with ICC prosecutors, citing lack of jurisdiction. Let's get a reaction on this from Attorney Harry Roque, the presidential spokesperson during the term of President Rodrigo Duterte. Attorney Harry, good afternoon. Thank you for your time. Your reaction, sir, to the ICC Chamber's judgment.
Well, on behalf of former President Rodrigo Duterte, there's absolutely no reaction because the president has maintained that he will never face a foreign court. He will never face foreign judges for crimes that allegedly took place in the Philippines. The Philippines is a sovereign and independent state, and because of it, sovereignty and jurisdiction demands that it should be local courts that should exercise jurisdiction over these crimes. Yes, we became a party to the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, but we did so on the principle of complementarity that the ICC will only have jurisdiction when local courts are unable or unwilling. So what is the reaction? Nothing, because he has been very clear that he will never recognize the jurisdiction of any foreign court.
Right, Attorney Roque, having said that, should the ICC then request warrants of arrests? Are we obliged to submit to that?
Well, they could, but the Philippine president now, the current president, has said that they will never cooperate, that the Philippines will not cooperate with the ICC. So it will fall on deaf ears. And because the court, even if after the preliminary examination finds that there is probable cause against the former president, then the court will never acquire jurisdiction over his person, thereby preventing the court from having jurisdiction over the person of the former President Duterte, and therefore nothing will come out of this investigation.
Right.
Now, having said that, without cooperation too at the stage of preliminary examination, what kind of evidence will they use against the former president? Certainly not the evidence that will sustain conviction beyond reasonable doubt, because the kind of evidence that will sustain that finding will have to be provided by the Philippine National Police, the National Bureau of Investigation, and even by the National Prosecution Service, all of which have been said will never cooperate with the ICC. And this has been the official position of President Bongbong Marcos.
Right. Attorney Roque, would you know whether or not former President Duterte actually knows of this recent decision of the ICC? He is, of course, one of the targets of this investigation.
I'm sure he couldn't be bothered.
All right. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Former presidential spokesperson, Attorney Harry Roque. Thank you, sir.